So, a few weeks ago, the Daily Mail released the results of a poll that they conducted looking at the popularity ratings of the royal family, particularly in the wake of what's been happening with the release of Prince Harry's book and all the media interviews and the revelations that have come out as a result of that. The impact has been that for the senior members of the royal family, their popularity ratings have gone down in the last few months. It's a worrying time, particularly worrying when you look at how the palace responded or didn't respond. Was that the right thing for them to have done?
I think so. I think it's the right thing to do because of the amount that has been said and the amount of allegations about various different people in the royal family. I think it would be difficult to comment on, and I think that kind of stay calm, stay collected, just kind of keep going is the right kind of decision for them at this time.
You mentioned when we were talking earlier in preparation for this about you've also got the coronation coming up, and that's in about 3 or 4 months' time from where we are now. Do you think this is going to go away, and what do you think could be the implications if the palace refuse to make any comment? Because it's been a no comment policy when it comes to comms from the royal household forever. What do you think could be the implications there? What effect could that have?
So I think this is the risk. I think if they do kind of continue in the way of kind of ignoring it and not commenting on the situation, I do think, the public are going to have a lot less trust for them. And leading up to the coronation was in kind of May, so we've only got a few months now. If it's not addressed, the public aren't going to be happy. There's going to be lots of questions. And I've already seen a lot about whether, Harry and Meghan attending the coronation, is that offensive to the British public after everything they have kind of done over the last few months. So I think they now need to address it in some way leading up to this huge event.
I totally agree. The no comment policy, I think, has served them well to date. But the reality is, when you look at the poll, the fact that all the revelations from Prince Harry has seen their popularity ratings drop significantly. My fear is, with such a monumentous event taking place in a handful of months, if more stuff comes out, and given the track record of both Harry and Meghan and the sensationalism that has followed them over the last 12, 24 months or so, there's every likelihood that something else will come out. And we don't want that to overshadow what is a quite significant event. So if they stay silent over the next few months in the face of further allegations, I can only see it going one way, and that's public opinion is going to turn against them even more unless they actually address it. But that said, that may be the right approach. The no comment policy may be the right approach for the royal family, but when it comes to the corporate world, it is absolutely not the right approach. I don't know what you think on that.
Absolutely. So I think if a business has come into a crisis, they need to be honest, they need to be transparent, and they need to do it quickly. So, having that crisis strategy kind of there at all times, ready to go, being prepared, having that spokesperson on hand is really important. And honesty is the key to get an audience's trust back.
And how soon would you revise? I mean, there have been a number of cases over the last few years of businesses not reacting quick enough when allegations come out, when their name, their reputation is being questioned and being smeared. How soon do you think organisations need to react and respond to such things?
It can differ from each case, and I think it's difficult. When you're waiting for information, you can't comment until you have that information, and that's really difficult. But if you have all the information and you know the situation as quickly as possible, you want to kind of tell that story yourself, I think, rather than somebody else doing it for you, and it's kind of making it kind of more negative. So if you can put the positive spin on it, if you can tell your story, apologise, be upfront, be transparent, then do that quickly.
What are the dangers if you don't do that?
I think you just open yourself up to more criticism. I think people get annoyed when a brand don't respond quickly. I think people kind of, you lose that trust, I think, in a brand as well, if they're not addressing it.
Yeah. So I guess the moral of the story really is tell it first, tell it factually, and tell it fast as well.
Absolutely, yeah.
Great.